Yeah, hi everybody. So this is the very first roundtable meeting. We've met online before. Most of us have met in the flesh before. But this is the first time we put this particular model together. I've already booked out about the next 2 months. I want it to be a regular Saturday thing, and I want to grow it. And one of the exciting things this week, I'll explain in a minute, there's about 50 new people to bring into this sort of round table idea. Well, you know, round table is a common word, isn't it? There's a round table meeting with businessmen, but of course the famous round table was King Arthur's. And that reminds me, just talking to you, that my original, long ago, I had the idea of creating what I call the Knights of Serendipity, Knights with a K, you know, like King Arthur and Sir Lancelot and so on. That idea didn't, well, I'd say it didn't fly, I let it drop, but interesting thought. So maybe we're back to Knights of Serendipity and the round table, but there'll be a lot more than 12 hours. I hope there'll be hundreds by summer. Let's see how we go. Okay, so this is from my home in Las Vegas, and the weather's just warmed up. Temperatures are in the 70s, deliciously warm. We promised 80s in a few days, so I might shoot next week's outside. We'll see. You know, interesting possibilities. Now, you heard me trying to, well, I succeeded in getting Malcolm to talk with us. Malcolm is a Brit, as you can hear, although my joke is we Brits don't have an accent, you American guys that have accents. But anyway, Malcolm was pretty excited. He's going to tell you in a minute by reading my toolbook, you know, the Life and Living toolbook. I put that together quite quickly as a sort of an assembly of basic teachings of things that I know are useful and I know are valuable, models of psychology and how life works, full of what these days we'd call hacks. I used to call rubrics, you know, little 3, 4, 6-step formulas, but the fashionable word now is hacks. Oh, I guess I better explain that. It doesn't mean hacking in the computer sense, it doesn't mean hacking in the horse riding sense, and it doesn't mean hack like a hack writer, who's basically a crap writer that steals everybody else's work. Hack is a modern buzzword meaning a clever little maneuver, a little trick or a workaround that will get some kind of result. So if you like, it's a book of hacks. All right, shut up, Keith. Let's get Malcolm on, and he can talk with us. Would you like to raise your hand, Malcolm? I think you have to do that for me to click on you. There you go. So I'm promoting you to a panelist, which I hope means I can still talk, of course. All right, looks like there's going to be 2 of us. Let me move that over. Yeah, welcome, Malcolm.
Hi.
Tell us, I mean, you know, apart from me, I don't think anyone knows who you are. And we're scattered all over the world. We've got somebody in Europe and somebody in Malaysia and so on. So just tell us a bit about yourself and why you'd be interested in something that I've been writing.
Yeah, I've been involved with personal development in one way or another probably for the last, God knows how many, 40 years. In one guise or another, we've used all kinds of different things, read lots of books, read much material, researched, and then later on the internet finding people, and had quite a bit of counselling and done quite a bit of training. So, and I've been involved in every levels of organisations and found a lot of this material very helpful.
So you're deep into it then, in other words.
Yeah, I sort of, and I'm the kind of person who jumps in with both feet. You know, I was living in the UK, working long term for an organisation, and suddenly decided to go on my own for 6 years. That culminated into being offered a job in the United States. I've been here for 16 years now, so I've done moving about. I've had many relationships. I've had all kinds of things happen to me. And that gave me a very good, it's given me a very good understanding of what makes things work and what doesn't make things work. But again, as you said, rubrics, these kind of little things that you pick up. I often, you know, watch a video sometimes, the 10 minutes of a video, sometimes just a light goes in my head. I go, oh my God, I never realized that. And that was exactly what happened when I picked up Keith.
Ah, there you go. The
Very, very good, very kindly. I've known Keith probably for 40. We've known each other for.
Oh well, we were in Manchester together.
Yeah, we were in Manchester. I lived in Manchester.
We probably crossed on the street sometime without knowing the other one was there.
Right. So yeah, we're both from that town originally, and it's interesting. So anyway, I picked up this book, and one of the most interesting things about it, I'd heard a lot of these principles before. Yeah, there it is. I'd heard a lot of these principles before, but the great thing about this book is that Keith is such a great writer, and he puts things in awfully useful context. I really like the 12 channels of being. I especially like the constellation of a cord, but the thing that really got me was I had a lot of cycles, a lot of things that I was doing that were hanging around and not really.
Let's explain. Can I explain that means the word loop, Malcolm? I'm sorry to override you, and it's very clumsy and sluggish. It shuts you up and then overrides you. But please use the word loop from that book, because I don't think a lot of people might not know what a cycle is. It doesn't mean a bicycle, folks. It means a loop.
Yeah. So I was stuck in loops of tasks that never got finished, and I started reading the book, and I immediately went past the point that says you should deal with these. And then I read the piece on resistance and went, oops, I didn't go back and do the thing I was resisting. So you'll be pleased to know that I have lists on every aspect of my life now, and that has been a revelation, not only a revelation on work, home, things, but my relationships have got better. I've started to realize that many of the things I was doing were trapping me in a loop that was not enabling me to connect to people. And that's interesting, because I never realized that was going. A loop tends to make you disappear into things. And instead of looking out, you're looking in. So all this stuff's in your head or in your mind, you're not looking out for solutions, you're looking in. That's not the right way to look. So that's what I got out of that. The other thing is, and this is really interesting, is that I was trying to put together a little thing for my wife's 60th birthday. I wanted to take her back to England, and I'd been sort of resisting doing it because I knew, it's going to be expensive, it's going to be difficult and everything. It's amazing what happened. I went online. I got the best deal of my life on flights to England and a hotel. And I can say that it's because a lot of it is to do with this and what I've been doing. So I would say that this is so powerful. And the nice thing about it is it's all based, there's lots of scientific fact in it. And as an engineer and a scientist myself, it sort of talked to me. It's not just all Keith. This is all backed up by great research. So in fact, interestingly enough, Keith and I will be meeting in person this coming week. Liz and I, my wife, we're going to fly out to Las Vegas on Thursday, this coming Thursday. So spend a bit of time.
That's going to be great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So is there anything else anything else you think I should cover, Keith?
Well, no, I mean, I got the idea that you were saying all kinds of things had gone over like dominoes, like one thing after another was coming good. I mean, one of the characteristic things with loops and getting stuck in loops is it stalls, because time is really about loops. Boom, 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 boom. Like that.
Yeah.
Time flows. In fact, that's Alfred North Whitehead described the reality as a process of loops, like the process to start, finish, and the process in the middle creates that feeling of time. So once you stop closing them, it slows up and it sludges up and you're not moving, as you said. So, when a person starts closing loops quickly, then things start to accelerate forward. That's pretty well what you experienced, wasn't it? In many small ways, not just the big way.
It's interesting that if you I've noticed that if you some really small things that you forget about that can hold you up tremendously. It's really interesting that the big things aren't really the thing that's holding you up. When you get a lot of small things out of the way, it actually frees up a lot more attention, and you can handle the big things actually with fair ease. I mean, it's it's amazing how that happens. So
right. Well, thanks for that, Malcolm.
okay.
Now I'm going to try and find out how to switch you off in a minute, because I've got somebody else that wants to talk.
I can just leave and come back, which is what I did before.
Kind of clumsy, isn't it? And I'll have to watch a training video that tells me how to do this. It's kind of clumsy, but if you wouldn't mind, amigo.
I can do that. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye.
Thanks for that, Malcolm. It was great. And waiting for you to go. Oh, there we go. All right. So all this tinkering and fooling around is going to be on the video, unfortunately. Anyway, so, you know, most of you got the book, if not all of you, and what he's talking about is what I call the recovery formula, and it means grabbing back whole chunks of your life by closing loops. Okay, let's move on a bit. As I said, this is the first ever roundtable, and I wanted to share with you some of what's going on. First of all, I'm planning, you know, videos are the big thing these days. It's an online presence. And I'm planning to, those of you who've been here have seen quite a nice sort of classroom facility here. I love it. That's one of the reasons for choosing this house. So shooting some footage of training and working that into promotional videos. And also videos of people being piloted, because it's all a bit theoretical until you see people sat opposite each other and doing things, you know. So that's an important step forward, and I've got some great testimonials as well. So I want to be able to post all this stuff and start making it known online, as it were, what's happening. But one of the big step forwards I just want to explain to you all is the launch of what I'm calling Hypnoetics. Now, we've got the word Supernoetics. It means, you know, the super, the biggest, best of, greatest in sliced bread. Noetics means the science of, or the study of mind and being. Hypnoetics is the sort of little brother. It's not hypnotism. In fact, it's rather the opposite. It's rather unhypnotizing people and dragging them off points on the timeline where they're stuck. And it seems a strange model, perhaps, but people do get totally hypnotized by bad things that happened in the past. And, you know, for example, I've had as an example, middle-aged women going around with this picture of abuse right there, right in front of their face, and they hypnotize themselves with it all the time. They look at all of reality through this horrible hypnotic picture. And I know that because when you pull it apart and take the picture away from them, I'll reprocess it, in other words, so that it doesn't hurt them anymore, doesn't hypnotize them anymore, then the woman recovers. So that's what I mean by unhypnotizing people. See, it's one of the fundamental teachings of good psychology that most people are walking around asleep or half asleep. Gurdjieff had this idea. He was talking about waking up and getting people awake and aware and conscious. And he said the biggest barrier to consciousness is the delusion that you're already conscious. I mean, we are, but most people aren't. Let me resume. I'll assume that editing will all go according to plan. What I wanted to say was, though, I'm going to, next week, I hope next week, but no later than the week after, I'm going to launch what I consider a massive social experiment. I want to know, can we teach beginners, lay people, people who've never thought of these ideas before, to be able to help fix each other by processing memory? A lot of what's wrong with humans, you will admit, is from memory, right? I mean, memory is the source of our upset emotions. Memory is the source of our dysfunctional behaviors and unpleasant thoughts and phobias and things like that. It all comes from the past. Now, of course, we can't condemn memory, because without memory, who would we be? You know, memory is our identity. Memory is our learning and experience, but the liability is it seems to be able to dictate to us what to do. Well, you know, Supernoetics solved that problem long ago. We have great techniques that we call piloting, and Hypnoetics is the sort of baby brother version of that, if you like. And as I said, I believe, I'm confident that I can teach people who know nothing to be able to do it on each other. It's simple at the basic level. It's really very simple. We can send a person up and down the timeline. We know how to do that, and we know how to locate the necessary fixed points where the attention and memory is stuck, and unstick it so that we can bring the person more into the present. Well, I will try to prove my point. The thing is, if I can do it, then there's no reason why we can't teach hundreds and ultimately thousands or tens of thousands of people how to do this. It's pretty ambitious, but you know, nobody ever did anything without having big ideas and big dreams. And I'm a great believer in Margaret Mead's famous saying, you know, don't ever doubt that a handful of people can change the world. It's the only thing that's ever changed the world. You know, of course, once there are hundreds or millions of people in it, then that's not change anymore. That's normal by then. The change comes at the point of the visionaries and beginning people and the group that saw the potential and set out on the journey. So anyway, watch out for that. And I need to explain something else, because almost concurrent with that, I've gone after another group of people that I've got many thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people on my subscriber list who are in effect health practitioners. Whether there's lots of NDs that follow me, there are lots of chiropractors, naturopathic doctors, osteopaths, and so on, and you know, many practitioners from different modalities. And I want to appeal to them differently. I'm going to give them a very sort of senior grade of training, which makes more sense to a practitioner. It's not, you know, the beginners have a paddle, get your feet wet and see type thing. This is much more a serious career shift, a revision of the way they're approaching things and approaching people's well-being and physical health too, for that matter. I sent out an email last week and gratified by the fact that over, I think probably about 5 dozen people by now have signed up for this. They want to know more, you know, they want to get in on the program. So it's kind of a two-tier thing. I might regret trying to do both at once, but I did want to share anyway. I'm trying to do professional people because they already have basic people skills, followed by this big social experiment with beginners. We'll see how that goes, all right? But of course, the other important thing that we've got to master is online training. I've got some idea with this. I've run a very successful academy for a while called the Diet Wise Academy, where people take out a membership, they enroll, and they get taught by a bunch of videos, short videos, you know, the 15 to 30 minute type videos. There's over 50 videos on that site and quite a compelling teaching and learning program. I tried the same thing. It's still there. When I say tried, it didn't fail. It's just that I've not added to it for some while, but called New Thought Horizons. New Thought, as most of you would know, was a big movement at the turn of the last century. If you go back to Victorian times, you know, Charles Dickens, Oliver Twist and stuff, all that kind of stuff. Everybody knew their place and nobody tried to step out of line. Well, you couldn't, you know, you shouldn't. It was wrong, you know, delusions above your station and all that sort of thing. And it was only in the late Victorian times that the guy that started it all was a doctor called Samuel Smiles, S-M-I-L-E-S, Smiles. I mean, you can't make this up, it's funny. But he said, wait a minute, you know, if you believe you can, you can. Just tell yourself you can and think positive, go for it. And you can't tell what a revolution that was in its day. Anyway, it was followed by a whole rash of people, including Wallace Wattles, who famously wrote a book on getting rich, which amuses me because he almost died broke. He was poverty-stricken all his life. Wrote a book about getting rich, and because it's sold quite a few copies, he ended up with money right at the finishing post. But you know, it's a joke. It was taken over by Rhonda Byrne, who made it into this movie, The Secret, you know, law of attraction and all that stuff. Slightly glossed over the fact that the guy that started it all didn't have any money, which I think is rather funny. Anyway, I'm talking about the New Thought movement. All that think positive thing at that time became known as the New Thought movement. And that's what they found. Just think differently and things will start to happen differently. The bit that they like to gloss over, unfortunately, is that you've got to do something. You know, it's no good just thinking differently. You've got to act differently. And that stupid movie, The Secret, doesn't make that clear. It says, you know, you think about $1 million and somebody will walk up the following week and give you a check for $1 million. BS, as you know. We all know it's BS, and that's why 99.9999% of people who ever saw the movie or bought the book never got anything, because it didn't tell them what to do. Why? Because Rhonda Byrne and Wallace Wattles haven't got a clue what to do. They don't know. Well, I know. I've got some pretty good secrets which I'll be sharing in due course, and I'll share them with you. Of course. Anyway, listen, moving on, I've got a slight agenda here, short agenda. One of the things I want to ask you for, any and all of you that are willing out there to shoot us a kind of a, you know, a cell phone movie and send it to me, I'll post it so that I can download it. I think that would be good too. And, you know, the whole thing now is sharing the message. And the thing I want to get away from is me standing up here as a smart ass and saying this is a jolly good idea, I thought of it. It's much better if other people say, like Malcolm was saying, well, I tried it, it was bloody, I'm going to swear, so it was really good. Because that's got more, that has more power with people. You know, they see, well, it's not just me going banging on about my ideas, but it's other people who tried these rubrics, these hacks, and said, hey, they really work. They produce, you know, very significant change. Same with piloting. You know, if you've had your wins, perhaps you could, I mean, you know, some of you have, and thank you very much for that. Anything else you're willing to add, you know, just do a selfie, you know, hold up your cell phone, shoot a selfie. Doesn't matter if it's a bit bumpy. In fact, people rather like that. You know, it seems more genuine and sincere than a slick studio production. So I'm appealing to you guys. If you do that for me, that would be really helpful. Let me know what you've done or where I can get it or download it. That would be great. And then before I turn to Hydron, who I think is still there, I think she's come back on, I hope she has, and will actually raise her hand rather than invite me to a meeting, so she cancels this one. Yeah, there we go. Somebody's raised a hand. It's got to be Hydron, hasn't it? I wanted Hydron to read something. Actually, let me click on this, see if this works. Yes, it is Hydron. So I'm going to promote her to a panelist. And I wanted to share with you all something that she shared with me and shared with the world on Facebook. It's rather nice. So, Hydron, I'm promoting you. Let's see if we can make it. Yes, there we go. I recognize that ghastly pullover. Just kidding. All right, maybe you can lean. Oh, that's better. I was going to say lean back a bit so you're not so close to the camera. What about your sound, Hydron? It's not, we're not hearing anything. Have you got the sound on your system?
You hear me?
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay. And now we can't see you, we can just see your chin and the zipper.
Zoom keeps cutting off a big part of my webcam's picture. We had that problem before, but I don't know how really to fix it.
Okay, well, we've seen how good looking you are, so just talk anyway, sweetheart.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better. Yeah, I know it's you that moved. I thought the camera had slid.
Yeah, I've moved the camera.
So we can tell now. I don't know what's happening because I can't see me. I can only see you.
Yeah, this is what happened to me before. I could see only you and then Malcolm when you brought him on. And I see nobody else except now myself and you. So this must be some very interesting software that I have never figured out. But maybe I will one day.
And let me just say something here, just quickly. Yeah. Bonnie's asking to come on and talk. Let me do Hydron first, Bonnie. I'd love to talk with you, sweetheart. Hydron, let everybody know that you were just here at the house till about 3 days ago.
Yes, I was here and I was delighted. We did fantastic work. I also loved Vivian's cooking and the whole setup, and Las Vegas is crazy. But we saw it only for a few hours. That was enough.
It's out the window, you don't need to go there.
But what I really want to share today is the video that I saw, why I think practitioners are the important first responders, that was going around just now. I have written a little that I have prepared to post on Facebook when I get the final link to the video. And I want to read that to you. I'm not speaking freely here, I'm just reading what I've written. So I just spent 3 weeks with Dr. Keith in Las Vegas. And while I was on the plane back to Europe, he started to work on this video. It is probably the best video he ever made. and he has made many good videos. Here is my brief assessment of his teachings. I want to add, this is not on Facebook, that I have been meaning to say this for a long time and never really got the right words. But today it kind of came to me. I think I'm still jet-lagged, so I'm kind of inspired more. Not working so much. That's
Your
what
channels are open because of the jet lag. Yes.
Yeah, no, not back in the work. You know, in the treadmill of work. So I'm continue here. Dr. Keith talks about the things that matter most to me, which is how to eliminate negative mental energy that causes us to disable ourselves to a higher or lesser degree, in the way I always wanted and presented, linked into the vast body of those historical sources who were the first to work in the area of the body-mind-spirit complex, following their track up to present time, pointing out what works and what not, and finally presenting a system that has evolved over the decades into a practical approach that absolutely hits the nail on the head. People are flying before they even board their plane when Dr. Keith's wife Vivian is driving them back to the airport after a few intense days of working with Supernoetics. No matter, no, just let me, I'm not finished. Just getting to the core of the issue. No matter what area of human life he is covering, if I compare his writings with things I have studied before and that covered the same area, his work is superior, advanced, more knowledgeable, more aware of ancient history as well as the most modern discoveries, and what's most important, applicable to anyone who has the fire of determination to clean up their past and become more themselves, to unlock and manifest their full personal potential. I am honored to have been chosen to become part of the Supernoetics adventure as a teacher and trainer, and hopefully a good ambassador. Any questions, ask away. Either myself or the two people I have tagged in this post. We would love to hear from you. That's the end of my post on Facebook, but it's not public yet. Because
okay. Well, I'm happy for you to post it. It gives me goosebumps, Adrian.
Really?
And of course, you're a senior ambassador and senior trainer, so you're a very special person to us.
Thank you.
And it was great to have you with us. The only regret is the sort of 6,000 miles between us. But we do have plans to close the gap somewhat, yeah?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Planning that.
That will be great. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And anyone want to ask? Well, in fact, I don't think they can ask you directly. They may have to chat me or put their hand up. But I think in order, are you okay if I just say, would you sign off and come back in? As I say,
Yeah.
I'll figure out how we do that for next week.
Yeah, it's a little, I must try it myself. I tried to connect as a user because then I thought it would be kind of better, but I was joining as unregistered. And I think that's different. So we worked that out.
Yeah. We'll have it for next week. Okay, so
okay, signing off.
Coming back, you'll still be there.
Yep.
And welcome. But thanks for that, Adrian. That was very nice.
Yes. Great.
We'll go over to Bonnie when you're down. Okay. Adrian's very special. She spent some time here. Right, let's go and promote Bonnie to panelist. This is. I can't say we're getting the hang of it, but anyway, I've got some glimpse. Bonnie, hi! Oh, it's great. Not seen you since you were here a couple of weeks back. Your sound isn't up yet. Just you may have to tweak your sound. Have you got is your microphone working, or you've got to click on something that says unmute? There you go. Whatever you just did, that works. Yeah. So that's a tip for all people that want to participate. You've got to unmute your microphone to talk to. Go ahead, Bonnie. What you got to say?
Well, I just sent you a message because I wasn't sure if I was on board here. So I wasn't trying to talk. Actually, I just sent a thing saying, I'm here. Can you see me? I wasn't sure if we were
okay.
be able to see everybody or not. I could only see you. And I wasn't sure if you could see or hear me or even knew I was here. So I was just testing.
Oh, okay. Well, you can just spend a minute glowing for us, can't you? You've been glowing a little while, I understand.
Well, I'm brand new to Supernoetics. I just had my first exposure to it recently up in Las Vegas. It was a wonderful experience, and so I'm just really excited about it, and feel some shifts that happened for me personally, and I have some more sessions I'm going to be doing with Hydron, which I'm looking forward to, and I want to use it with my clients, so I'm just ready to learn more and continue to experience my own shifts. You know. So.
Great. Well, listen, tell us just, a little bit about yourself. You mentioned your clients, of course. You are a practitioner, which makes you very special. So what do you do? What is your...
Well, I'm a therapist. I'm a psychotherapist, not a physical, not physical. So I work, more in the mental health field. And I've been, I've tried lots of, I've experimented with lots of different techniques, and I do work with a lot of trauma. So that was a big part of why I was interested in this. I'm always looking for new and improved ways to help people. So I've been telling all my clients about it, and they're very excited. And I wasn't sure if it's okay to start, but I have been dabbling a little bit. I hope that's okay.
Dabble away, darling. It's all good.
So yeah, so
I get going. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'm sorry you got drawn into it when perhaps you didn't intend.
No, that's okay. I just wasn't sure how this worked, and so I just wanted to let you know I was here.
Right. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Now, again, same clumsy technique. Can you just sign yourself out and sign in again? Please.
So let me see.
Somewhere there's a button that says.
Leave meeting. I see that.
That'll be it. Yeah.
There we go.
Don't forget to come back in now. We're nearly done, but
okay.
Come back
Bye
in.
for now.
Still there.
Oh no, I have to click.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, as I said, perhaps a good time to wrap it up. I must say, it was almost like a circus trying to figure out what's going on. I'm sure there must be some training videos somewhere. As I said, we never had this trouble before, because usually I've been on with specific users who are registered as users. My quota's full, but perhaps one way to solve it, to add more users. But then, if we have 50 people at the round table, I can't sign up 50 users. There must be an answer. Obviously, somebody puts their hand up and I can promote them to participants works well. We figured that out. It's just how to shut them down again. Anyway, I hope I'm going to wrap it up, because I hope you've enjoyed this first meeting and got something from it. You see, the direction I'm going now is sharing and spreading outwards, and there are other people stepping into the frame now. I sense the beginning of an explosion here, and there's great things happening. I mean, the huge response to the practitioner call that I shot them a video that Hydron was referring to. If you want to see that, I'll send you all the link anyway to watch that video. It's posted on Wistia, and you can share it with anybody, but it's particularly relevant to practitioners, as you heard. Otherwise, let's just say I'm happy to have muddled through this first go. I hope you got something from it. Well, I especially hope you got something from it, some positive feeling like, whoa, this is great to be part of this. We're a family that's starting to grow, and I think it'll grow very quickly now in the next few months. I'm going to be throwing up these online videos, training videos and things, which I'll make sure everyone can share with. And we'll see where it goes from there. Okay, so another round table next Saturday. I hope you can join us. I hope it was sufficiently worthwhile and entertaining this week that you will come back. Hang on, I think I've got a hand up. Let me say something. Oh, hi, Lisa. So, Lisa, do you want to say hi, sweet? I mean, she's basically sending me a message saying hi to all the attendees. Let's see if we can. How do we do that? Where is she? there. I can promote Lisa for a moment. She just wants to come on. Oh, it says rejoining as a panelist. Okay, right. This is all odd messages. Lisa, now, hi Lisa. For the other of us, we're waiting till your sound comes up. Click your on mute and so on. Lisa is my superstar, really. She's gone from ground zero to being absolutely brilliant. I would to say hot, except that's got a bad meaning in America. You're kind of hot, but you know what I mean. Not like Teen Girl is hot, but hot in the sense that we're all on fire with enthusiasm and stuff. Talk to us for a minute. I know it's your family time, and I'm very glad you took a minute to come and talk. Can we hear you?
Yeah, can you
It's
hear me?
working, yeah, good.
Yes, I was just wanting to say this is a wonderful way to connect in the beginning. We'll get rid of the bugs later, and it was just nice to see you and nice to see Hydron and everybody coming together to start working towards this wonderful piloting.
Okay, is it fair to say that you got some really good stuff without giving away your secrets?
I just had a wonderful week with you just a couple of weeks ago, trying to finish up the training or with the piloting training, and it was a phenomenal experience. It's been life altering. Still processing a number of changes that happened as a result of the work that we did. Trying to engage others in piloting as much as I can now. It's just a wonderful thing to be a part of. Glad to be here.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks for saying that. Thanks for joining us. Because I know your weekend time is very precious with family. Try and come every, a quick visit every Saturday if you can.
Oh,
okay. All right.
I'll try to be here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I said I'll try to be here as much as I can. So.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now I heard a funny noise. Is that somebody else wants to talk? No, I don't think so. Okay. Listen, I'm going to follow through with what I said, which is I think I want to end off. I'm going to stop the recording and then end the meeting. And for me, it's been good fun, although quite a